All right, and in sports, let's head to the sports studio where Gab Ellison is waiting.
Latest world sports. Football. FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. Portugal earned a face-off with reigning champions United States for a place in the Women's World Cup last 16 with an impressive win over Vietnam. The debutants got their maiden victory via their first World Cup goals, scored by Thelma Nkanakao and Kika Nazareth. Portugal will progress to the knockout stages if they cause a giant upset and beat four-time winners, the USA. Vietnam are eliminated from the World Cup after this loss at Waikato Stadium in Hamilton, New Zealand. Portugal play the United States in their final Group E match on Tuesday at 800 BST, while Vietnam will seek their first World Cup point and goal against the Netherlands at the same time. Earlier on Thursday, the USA drew 1-1 with the Netherlands in Wellington, the highest of the 8 World Cup debutants in the FIFA rankings at 21. Francisco Neto's Portugal have experienced at the back an exciting young talent up front and strength in depth, demonstrated by Neto making 7 starting 11 changes for this match. While Vietnam were disorganized and open in defense, Portugal were constantly incisive down the flanks and full of creative ideas. They were 2 up inside 21 minutes and could have scored more as they dominated play all game. Their first Women's World Cup goal came on 7 minutes when Lucia Alves' low cross found Nkanakao, who converted from 6 yards. Nazareth, only 20 years old and now with 7 goals for Portugal, doubled the advantage with a finish from Kim Tran. To say the United States will be more defensively savvy and organized than Vietnam is to state the obvious. But with youth, skill, and speed in their ranks, Portugal will be out to cause the biggest upset in women's football history. Cricket. T20 World Cup. Ireland qualified for tournament after Germany match called off. Ireland have qualified for the T20 World Cup after their qualifier against Germany in Edinburgh had to be abandoned because of overnight rain. The point is enough to ensure a top 2 finish in the qualifying tournament. The Irish were already on course to qualify after victories over Italy, Denmark, and Jersey. Qualification for next year's T20 tournament comes after failure to secure their place at this year's Cricket World Cup in India. Ireland face host Scotland in their final qualifier on Friday, 15:30 BST, in a match which will decide the outright tournament winner. While it's true that we'd rather have achieved qualification on the field today, we're delighted to have achieved our primary objective of qualifying for next year's T20 World Cup, said Ireland captain Paul Stirling. We come to Scotland with a clear plan and style of play we wanted to implement, and I think we delivered on that front. So we'll celebrate job done this afternoon, but there is a trophy on the line tomorrow, and we are keen to continue that winning momentum going into India T20 series next month. Ireland reached the Super 12 stage of last year's T20 World Cup. They beat England but bowed out after by Sri Lanka, Australia, and New Zealand, while their Eastern was abandoned. The 2024 tournament is scheduled to take place in the West Indies and the United States. Chess. Player Sarah Kadem. Sarah Kadem, the Iranian chess player who fled to Spain after competing in an international tournament without wearing a mandatory hijab in solidarity with the mass protests back home, has been granted Spanish nationality, according to a government minister. In response to the exceptional circumstances concerning Mrs. Sarah Sadat Kadem Al-Shari, I have just granted her Spanish nationality, Justice Minister Pilar Lop was quoted in the country's official journal of the state as saying on Wednesday. He used Kadem's full name. A 26-year-old chess grandmaster, Kadem participated in a World Cup event in Kazakhstan in December 2022 without wearing the headscarf, which is compulsory for women in Iran. As she explained in an interview with the AFP news agency in February, she did so in support of the protest movement that erupted in Iran following the death in police custody of Mahsa Amini in September last year. Amini, 22, had been arrested by Tehran morality police for an alleged breach of the country's strict dress code for women. A relative warned Kadem that she would be arrested if she returned to Iran. She decided to travel to Spain in January with her husband, film director Ardeshir Ahmadi, and their 10-month-old son, Sam. They obtained residency in Spain through a golden visa scheme after investing at least 500,000 euros in property. In January, she met Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, with whom she played a game of chess. How much I have learned today from a woman who inspires me, Sanchez said on social media after hosting Kadem at his official residence, the Monclo Palace. All my support to women athletes. Your example contributes to a better world, he added. Iranian female athletes are required to abide by the Islamic Republic's strict dress code for women, mainly by covering their heads when representing their country at international events. She had said she started thinking of moving abroad after the birth of her son. I started to appreciate living in a place where some could go out in the streets and us being worried, and many things like that. Spain emerged as the best option, thinking of Sam. She said, Kadem is ranked 771st in the world, according to the International Chess Federation's website, and 9th in Iran. Gab Ellison reporting for Daunted, ABC Amba News.